Alrighty, so here's the answer key to last week's quiz. What is the area of this shape? Well, it's a triangle, so the formula is base times height divided by 2. The base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 spaces across. The height is 1, 2, 3. 6 times 3 is 18, divided by 2 is 9. Check all the boxes that describe the shape shown. Well, it's got 3 sides. It's a triangle. It's not a parallelogram. It's not a trapezoid. It's not a square. It's not a rectangle. It's not a Batman logo. It's a triangle. Check all the boxes that describe the shape shown. Well, it's got 4 right angles, so it's a rectangle. Check that. All rectangles also happen to be parallelograms. That's true. It's not a trapezoid. It's not a triangle. It's not a square because the sides aren't all the same length. And it's not a Batman logo. What's the area of the shape? Well, again, base times height divided by 2 because it's a triangle. Now the base will measure over here on the side, and the height will measure like this. So it's sort of turned on its side. But if you sketch it on your own, you can always just turn the paper. Or I guess you turn your, don't turn your computer screen. Anyways, base is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces. The height is 1, 2, 3, 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Divided by 2 is 10. Let's see, check all those boxes that describe the shape shown. Well, not a parallelogram, because that has 4 sides. Trapezoid has 4 sides. It's a triangle. Square has 4 sides. Rectangle has 4 sides. Not a Batman logo. Check all the boxes that describe the shape shown. Well, notice this is a trapezoid, because it has 1 pair of parallel sides. In this case, top and bottom. Exactly 1 pair, no more. So it's not a parallelogram. That would be 2 pairs of parallel sides. It is a trapezoid. It's not a triangle, because it has 4 sides. It's not a square because it doesn't have 4 sides of the same length, and it doesn't have 4 right angles. It's not a rectangle because it doesn't have 4 right angles. Not a Batman logo. Check all the boxes that describe the shape shown. Well, 3 sides, so it's a triangle. It's not a parallelogram, not a trapezoid. It's a triangle, not a square, not a rectangle. Let's see, what is the area of the shape? You'll notice this is a parallelogram. You can tell because this side over here and this side over here, they're perfectly vertical, straight up and down, so those are parallel. And here, the slope is down 1, forward 3, and here it's down 1, forward 3. So these two slopes are the same, so these two sides are parallel. It has 2 pairs of parallel sides. It's a parallelogram. The formula for the area of a parallelogram is base times height. The base will measure on the side here, 1, 2, 3, and the height would be 1, 2, 3 spaces tall. 3 times 3 is 9. What is the area of this shape? Again, this is a parallelogram. You'll notice because this side over here, the slope is 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. And over here, 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2. So these 2 sides are parallel, and then the top and bottom are horizontal lines, so those are also parallel. Our area for a parallelogram is just base times height, so the base is 1, 2, 3. The height is 1, 2, 3. 3 times 3 is 9. Check all the boxes that describe the shape shown. Well, again, not a parallelogram, not a trapezoid, because both of those would have 4 sides. It is a triangle. It's not a square or rectangle, because both of those would have 4 sides. Moving on. This is, again, a trapezoid, because the bottom here and the top here, those 2 sides are horizontal lines, so they're parallel. But these 2 sides here are clearly not parallel, which makes it a trapezoid. 1 pair of parallel sides exactly. It's not a parallelogram. That would be 2 pairs of parallel sides. It's not a triangle. That would be 3 sides. It's not a square or a rectangle because it doesn't have any right angles. What's the area of the shape? To find the area of a trapezoid, we have to find its 2 bases. The 2 bases are the 2 pairs of parallel sides. Find their lengths, 1, 2, 3, 4. And this one is 1. Okay, add them together and divide by 2 to find what's called the median, which is this distance down the middle. So let's see, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4 plus 1 is 5. Divided by 2 is 2.5. And you multiply that by the height, 1, 2, 3. 2.5 times 3 is 7.5. Check all the boxes that describe the shape shown. Again, here you notice that the slope from here to here is forward is 3 over 2. And here it's 3 over 2 as well. So these 2 sides here are parallel. These 2 sides are horizontal lines, so they're parallel. 2 pairs of parallel sides make it a parallelogram. A trapezoid only has 1 pair of parallel sides. A triangle only has 3 sides. A square would have 4 right angles, and a rectangle would have 4 right angles. So what is the area of this shape? Again, this is a trapezoid. You'll notice the opposite sides are parallel lines. And this pair of opposite sides, not parallel lines. So again, we find the 2 bases. 1, 2. That's the 2 parallel sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. You add them together. 6 plus 4 is 10. Divided by 2 is 5. Then multiply by the height. 1, 2, 3. That's 15. Next up, Check all the boxes that describe the shape shown. Well, it's got 4 right angles. You'll notice this because the slope here is rise over run, 1 over 3. And this is negative 3 over 1. The negative reciprocals. It means the slope of this side is the upside down negative version of the slope of this side. And the same would be true for all the other sides as you go around, which means each pair of adjacent sides, the slopes are negative reciprocals, meaning that the 4 angles are right angles. That means that also you'll notice that using Pythagorean theorem, 1 squared plus 3 squared is 10. So this length of this side is the square root of 10. You get the same thing all the way around. So it happens to be a square. A square is a special version of a parallelogram because it has 4 right angles, and the square is a special version of a rectangle. It's not a trapezoid because a trapezoid would only have 1 pair of parallel sides. This has 2 pairs of parallel sides, and it's not a triangle because it has 4 sides. Oh, bad man, well, no. Check all the boxes that describe the shape shown. Well, it's not a parallelogram, that would be 4 sides. It's not a trapezoid, that would be 4 sides. It's a triangle. It's not a square, that would be 4 sides. It's not a rectangle, that would be 4 sides. Moving on. Check all the boxes. Alright. Notice again, down 3, forward 1, down 3, forward 1. These 2 sides here are parallel. These 2 sides here are both vertical lines, so they're both parallel. 2 pairs of parallel sides make it a parallelogram. A trapezoid would only have 1 pair of parallel sides. A triangle would only have 3 sides. It doesn't have any right angles, so it's not a square, and it's not a rectangle. Check all the boxes. Alright, so again we have this top and this bottom. They are perfectly horizontal lines, so they are both parallel. But across the side here, notice the slopes are not the same. This one from here to here is 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 3 over 4. But over here it's 1, 2, 3 over 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 3 over 6, which is 1 over 2. Not parallel. So it's not a parallelogram because it doesn't have 2 pairs of parallel sides, but it is a trapezoid because it has 1 pair of parallel sides. It's not a triangle because it has 4 sides, and it's not a square or a rectangle because it doesn't have 4 right angles. What's the area of this shape? This is a triangle. Base times height divided by 2. The base will measure up top here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The height is 1, 2, 3. The height is just how high the third point is above the base, even if it's like off to the side here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for the base. 1, 2, 3 for the height. 6 times 3 is 18 divided by 2 is 9. This, again, you'll pretty clear that these 2 sides are not parallel, but that these 2 are parallel, so that's exactly 1 pair of parallel sides. A parallelogram would have 2 pairs of parallel sides. A trapezoid has 1 pair of parallel sides. Not a triangle because a triangle has only 3 sides, and not a square, not a rectangle because it doesn't have 4 right angles. Area of this shape is a square, so it's just the length of one side times itself. We talked about this shape already using Pythagorean theorem. 1, 2, 3. If I drew a little right triangle down here in the corner, the legs would be 3 and 1. 3 squared plus 1 squared is 9, plus 1 is 10, so that's the square root of 10. Square root of 10 times the square root of 10 is 10. The area is 10 spaces. You could also use the boxing in method and draw a big square around this square and then cut away the areas of the 4 right triangles. What's the area of this shape? 1, 2, 3, 4 by 3. 4 times 3 is 12. Simple rectangle. What's the area of this shape? This one was the tricky one because we had to use that. Well, you don't technically have to use the boxing in method, but it's the only method we're going to have right now. No, it's not. We could use Pythagorean theorem because this is a right angle. We'll use the boxing in method. So if I were to make a big rectangle out of this, it would be 1, 2, 3 spaces across and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 spaces tall. It would be 15 total. This triangle here would be 1, 2 by 1, 2, 3. 2 times 3 is 6 divided by 2 is 3. So this is 3 spaces here. Take away from our 15. That leaves us with 12. Down here, 1, 2 by 1, 2, 3. 2 times 3 divided by 2 is 3. Take away another 3, so that's 9 left over. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times 1 divided by 2 is 2.5. So 9, 8, 7, 6.5. I would highly recommend that you don't do that in your head, that you actually write it out. Alright. Alright, what's the area of this shape? It's a triangle. Base times height divided by 2. 1, 2, 3, 4. The height is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 4 times 5 is 20 divided by 2 is 10. What's the area of this shape? Base is 1, 2, 3, 4. Height is 1, 2. 4 times 2 is 8, divided by 2 is 4. Check all the boxes that describe the shape. Well, it's not a parallelogram or a trapezoid because those would be 4 sides. It is a triangle because it has 3 sides. It's not a square or a rectangle because, again, those have 4 sides. What is the area of the shape? Well, if you notice, this is a trapezoid. We saw the shape already. We have to find its 2 bases. Those are the parallel sides. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 4 plus 6 is 10. Divided by 2 is 5. 1, 2, 3 spaces tall. 3 times 5 is 15. What's the area of this shape? Again, it's a trapezoid. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. 8 plus 4 is 12. Divided by 2 is 6. Times the height. 3, 18. Pick a name. I'll be somebody. I'll be Alonzo. And we'll submit. Right? Your response has been recorded. Now let's go back to our quiz here. Let's see, 27 responses. Let's take a look at our responses. What did I score? Let's see. Well, I didn't want to scroll through and show you everybody's score, but you'll see my score here at the bottom. Well, I just took it. It's November 2nd at, well, it's not 7:27 p.m. Hold on. I don't know why the time, oh, I don't know why the time's wrong. But perfect, 28 out of 28. So there you go. Good luck on your retake.